Okay guys, we are ready to draw. We're going to do our first tutorial, which is on page 227, and it's a little V block, so we're going to kind of just get started here. We are in our sketch mode right here. This is our sketch tools that you see here. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm looking at this V block, and to me it looks like it's a great candidate for a mirror. Okay, so we're going to start by drawing a line, and we can use this point here if we want to. It doesn't matter, but I'm just going to go right up there like that and draw a line and hit escape. And then I'm going to pick that line. I'm going to go up here and go to construction. Now notice that turned into a light blue line with little dots. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, and that's a construction line, which is a piece of geometry that works with everything that we're going to do, with all our constraints that we're going to use, and but it will not print and it will not be seen as part of the object, so it won't extrude. It is just strictly a piece of geometry that we have placed here on our drawing page. Now I'm looking at my drawing here of this V block, and I'm seeing some things there. And what we got here is I want to go ahead and go to my line, and I'm going to pick a point here, and I'm going to go pick that same point, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to come over a total of about 2, and close counts. You don't have to have the exact amount. Now, one of the things that's new this year, you can see that it's highlighted, that the distance there of 0.436 is highlighted. If I want to, I can actually put direct entry in, and so my direct entry in that case would be 0.25. Okay. And that's what it just drew. Now I'm going to come over, and the direct entry on that one is 0.5. So this is new to 2011 that I know, and I am just starting to play with it, and I'm starting to like it. Okay, but I'm going to go back to my old style, and I'm just going to get like close counts. Okay, and I'm going to come over here and close counts, because this is the way we go about AutoCAD, and the fact that it is truly a sketch as opposed to you're making a drawing. But they're incorporating some new things which I'm really liking. So, but I'm just going to get started here and then do this for this right now. Notice when I touch that construction line, I have a point that I can slide up or down. Okay. So I'm going to try and get there and just pick a point, and I'm just kind of visualizing about where that is and just pick it. Okay, hit escape. Now I already have a couple dimensions here, so that's kind of a cool thing. So I'm going to reach down here. I'm going to go up to my general dimensioning. I'm going to pick this line and pull it down. And remember, these don't matter where we put them. It's just, you know, so I'm going to put a 2 in there. Okay, oops. I'm going to double click on that and hit 2. Okay, and just a minute while I move something here. Sorry about that. I was having a problem with my headphones. They were just not very comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. It looks like we have a dimension over here, and it looks like the dimension distance from here to here is 0.75. So I bring it over and I click once, and I have 0.75. Okay, I'm going to go OK. My next dimension here, actually don't have a dimension on that, do I? Let us see. Yes, I do on the other side. I'll pull that out and click it a second time and hit 1. Okay. Then it looks like I have some dimensions up here, so I'm going to go with my dimensioning icon there, pick my center line, come over here, pick that edge there, and pull up. And click again and type in 3. Now here, watch what happens when I do this. Notice how it really got short there. It could have even gone over, but I'll be fine here. And then I have a distance from here to here, and that distance is 2. Let's see what happens when I do that. Okay, 2. Now look what happened. So we need to move this dimension out here. And so what I need to do here now is go from here to here and down And this needs to be 5.5, and things should start looking a little bit better there. There we go. Okay, so you notice when that was crossed, let me back up. When this was crossed, it's just that I haven't given Inventor enough constraints. It's putting things where it thinks I want them, but I haven't defined the distance from here to here yet. So that's why I want to add that dimension of 5.5. Now, the only thing I think I need now is height. So I got one more height to do. We have this height here, which is 0.75. We have this height here, which is 1. And we have this height here, from this point here to this point here, and that's 3. Okay. Now, one of the things you'll notice here is, and I'll do, is that when I click and do my dimensions, some of you will not have this box come up immediately ready for input. Sometimes you have to, it'll be a black, it'll look like that, and then you have to double click again to get it to highlight, and I'll show you in a later video how to fix that. Okay, but it looks like we're pretty good here. Now what I want to do is I want to use my mirror, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to pick mirror. Notice that this is already highlighted, which says select. So I'm going to select all my geometry, just everything on that side. I'm going to go mirror line, and this is the interesting part about Inventor. You have to have a mirror line. So we already have our center line, so it should be good. I click it, nothing happens until I hit apply. And there is my geometry that I'm looking for, and then I make sure and hit done. Okay? So that looks like that's all the geometry I need for this project. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to right click and I'm going to go and finish my sketch. Okay. Notice that it moves into a 3D mode automatically so that you know that you're ready to extrude. Okay. I'm going to go up to my extrude here, pick that, and I'm looking to see if they have a depth here. It doesn't look like they've given me a depth, so I'm going to make one up, and I'm going to call it, if this total object is 4 tall, I bet this is about 4 deep. So I'm going to go, now you can see I have my box is already highlighted here, and also below it is a direction, and I can go either way. I can go direction 1 or 2. Notice it went the other way. Or I can go symmetrical, which is down the center line, okay, or asymmetrical, which is I can define it so that it has an amount on each side. Well, I'm just going to go direction 1 for right now. It'll be fine coming towards me. And I'm going to change that number there to 4. And I am check my green checkbox, and I'm okay. So there is my project right there. That looks pretty good. If I rotate this and look at the book, I would say that's a little bit deeper. The one in the book's a little bit deeper. So I'm going to try and fix that. So I'm going to go over here to extrusion, right click, and I'm going to go edit feature. And the feature is the depth, the extrusion depth. Okay? Just go up here and I'm going to pick 5 and enter. Oh, I think that looks much better. That looks more like the drawing in the book. Okay? So there is our first project. And if I go to home, it's going to spin right around here. I like the way that looks. Okay, now we have our part. Now we want to make a drawing of our part. So now it's time to go get our template. Okay, so we're going to go File. I'm going to go Open. And there is Doug's title block right there. And that's my IDW. And I'm going to go Open. Okay. This is so easy. You're just going to hate this. It's so easy. Base. Okay. And I have all these choices here. I can change it around, as you can see, looking through the bottom there. Look at what I can do. Okay, but I'm going to pick the front. Okay, and I'm going to go here. Oh, what it's telling me is I haven't saved my part, and I go okay. So I need to name this part, and I'm going to call it. This is tutorial 1. Okay. And I'm going to go, now I need to put it someplace, right? So I'm going to put it here in my parts, I mean my IPTs. And I think this is week 2, if I remember right. Save, okay. Now I can go up, I can go over, and I can and I can click this one here, and then I right click and go create, okay. There's all my parts. Now one of the things that I'm seeing is that this is a little bit big for this drawing, okay. So what I'm going to do is going to go right click on the box. I'm going to go to edit view, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to 1 to 2 and go OK. Now notice the 3 of those all changed to coincide with that. So, but the ISO view, I'll still have to do that. So again, I'll go to the little perimeter box that is around my object, right click, edit view, and go over here and 2 1 or 1 2, excuse me. And then I also want to go over here and I'm going to pick this little shaded node, and there we go. So there is my object. Now that does not change the dimensions on the object, okay? Now, as I told you, I was just saying, I don't believe this changes the dimensions on the object when you scale it down. But I have an idea that it's not going to be what we want. Does anybody remember what kind of template we made? And in what measurement mode we used? I believe that we used metric. Okay, so that's the metric equivalency, but that would be fine. We could do that, but if we had really wanted this to be in inches, we would need to make another template and make it based off the English measurement system. Okay. And we could do that right now if we wanted to. I can show you how to do that. We can go open, we can go new, and we're in English right there. There's our IDW inches, okay. And I bet if I put a base in over here, and I'm going to change this scale again to 2 to 1, and we're going to go bump, 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 right click, create, and I bet you now when I go to annotate and measure this, it's going to be in inches. Aha. Okay, so we need to make 2 templates. We need to make a metric template, which we've done, and we're going to have to come back and we're going to have to make a English template. Okay, so we'll do that here shortly, but right now I just want to go back to my first one here, and I'll finish. Which one should I finish? I guess we'll do the inches because that's what's in the book, okay? So here we go. So now, what I did is you saw me how I placed those. Again, if this one is not colored, so I'm going to right click, go edit view, and pick that little shaded, and there we go. And then I go right over here and I go into annotate, okay? There's my placing views, which we brought the views in. Here's I'm going to go to annotate. I'm going to go to dimension, and it looks like I changed. You can see if this little button right here, this is our tabs button. You can minimize all this stuff. I like this tab the best. There's 3 tabs. There's the minimal tab, there's the no tab, and then there is the no tab at all, and then there's the expanded tab. And I'm going to use the expanded tab. I like that one better. Okay, and I can just pick the side. I don't even have to pick the 2 edges. Look how nice that is. Okay, I can pick this one. I'm going to bring it out about here. I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to, whoop, come on, there we go. Oh, I'm going to have to go up and pick my dimension, it looks like. Oh, you know what it is? It wants me to use chain. That's great. So let's delete that. Let's see if we can do that together. I believe this works just like AutoCAD does. And chain. And it doesn't. So, well, we'll do it the hard way. Now, the other thing about this is if you pick, depending on how you pick, it'll put the dimension inside or outside. So that's in the up position. If I do it the other way, if I go from here to here and pull out, it's in the lower position. Okay, so that's what I want on this one. Okay, I'm going to go dimension again, and I'm going to pick from here to here. Okay, and that's right in the middle. And I'm going to go pick from here to here. Here we go. And we'll pick up some more dimensions here. We'll pick up, I'm going to bring a center line in. I'll show you how to do a center line. Here we go. We're going to go up here, right up to here, and you'll see that this is center line bisect. Center line bisector. Pick it. Pick two lines you want to bisect, and there's your line. Okay. Hit escape a couple times. Pick the line, and then you can drag the line down through. Okay. So I'm going to use that as my bisector line. Okay. And I'm going to dimension from here to here. Okay. 550. I'm going to go from here to there and 2. Okay. I'm going to go from there to there. Now see how I line it up, and it just it coincides with the same plane there, which is a handy thing. We have that distance. We have that distance. Looks like I need a couple distances on the top. What I can do here is pick this on the number itself and then slide it up out of the way. Okay. I need this distance from here to here. Okay. And I need this distance from here to here. Now it's on the wrong side, so I'm going to hit escape. Go back to my dimension and pick out here, and then there, and then bring that up. Okay. And done. And that looks pretty darn skippy good. I think I have it. So we have that distance. We have the overall distance. We have the height to here. We have the height to there. This height we already know because it's the remainder of these two. We have this distance here. We have the distance over to that, and the distance over to that. And if I wanted to, I could probably do this. This might look a little bit better. And if I believe if I pick this side first, okay, and that's going to be out there just like that. And I kind of like that better. So we've got these up here, these down here. That's looking good. We have an overall, and we have this height here. Now, the only distance that I do not have is this distance here. And I do not see a distance given in the drawing. But you know what? This really looks like 90. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bet dollars to donuts that this is 45. Okay, and I'm going to change that. Okay, that needs to be 45. Okay, well I don't have that. It can only give me what I see in my part. And since my part isn't at 43, I need to go back to my part. So I'm going to minimize this. This is the amazing thing about Inventor. Okay, I'm going to close that out. Oh. And I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to go back into here, and here's my extrusion. I hit the plus, open it up. There's the sketch. I right click, edit sketch, come into my front, and now I'm going to go up to my dimension. I'm going to pick here on my center line, pick here. I'm going to take this and change that to 45. And I'm going to go done and finish sketch. And that puts me back there. Now, when I go over here to the tutorial drawing and open this up, okay, notice that that has also changed to 45. That is the real strength of Inventor, is it just does all the work for us. It's just a fabulous piece of software. It just does all the work for us, okay? So there we go. What I need to do is I can either change this now, because remember, we know how to do that, right? We go to ANSI large, okay? And we go up here and we go to edit definition, okay? And I can go in here and I can right click and edit text, and I can type in Doug Hitch. And I'm going to get in front of it because I know I want to be in front of it and bring it over a few spaces. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then I can go through and do the rest of what I need to do. And I will finish this a little bit later, but I also am going to go back previous tutorial where I made the ANSI millimeter, and I'm going to make an ANSI English. Okay, so there we go, and I'm going to go just save title block, and I'm just going to save this ANSI large, and I'm going to go no because I don't want to change my stock one. I just want to leave it. Okay, so that is our project there. So now I'm going to close this out in file, and I'm going to go save. Now, this is the IDW, okay? Tutorial 1 IDW. I have to tell you where I want to save it. I'm going to go into weekly assignments, and I'm going to go into drawings, and I'm going to go right into IDWs, and I'm going to go save, okay? And do you want to save the changes to the tutorial and its dependents? Yes. Okay, and I'm going to close that. Then I can close this out. Now here's my part. I'm going to go File, Save. Sure I am. I'm going to go File, Save. Oh, it is because I think it's already saved in the part. Let's go File, Save As, and see where it's being. And there it is. It's in week 2, and it's in my IPT, and that's exactly where I want it. Okay. So I'm going to close this out and close that out, and I'm good to go. So that's one more tutorial for us today, and I'm going to stop, and I'll have a couple more for you before I finish today.